What is up, everybody? This is Erik, the one and only Barrier Collector, and today I am doing my May 2026 video game haul. This month wasn't a month that I got a lot of physical stuff, but I did get a couple of digital downloads. Most of these for the Steam Deck were free. I have a couple that I got for the Switch. Those I did pay some money for them, but overall, physical wise, I didn't get that many things. You'll see why in a minute. But anyways, let's get on with it. First game I got for the Steam Deck was back in 1995. This one is a PlayStation 1 style Resident Evil 2 style game, horror adventure game, where you're this man that is trying to go find his daughter. So basically, it plays a lot like the Resident Evil style games, and it's like a throwback type of game that they made in memory, in not memory, but in honor of those type of games. Seems very fun, as you can see from the gameplay right there. It has that. It reminds me a lot of actually Silent Hill, more of a Silent Hill Resident Evil style game. But yeah, you play, it's a 3D style adventure game. Anyways, that's that one. The next one that I got was Bunny Guys. Now this one is actually it was free, and this was basically it's an obstacle course where you're trying to reach the top of a hill, be the first one there, before everyone else falls down. So it's kind of like a 3D party style game, and you're trying to climb up to the top, and it's like a racing game. Yeah, so kind of weird game, but it's free, so it gives me a lot of kind of like Fall Guys vibe. So yeah, look, you fall. So it looks pretty entertaining. It looks funny. So yeah, it's free. What can I do? This one though, I'm not too fond of this one. After I discovered what it was, basically it's like in medieval times. You're this hunter that goes out hunting rabbits, and you have to throw them into the king's house, or sorry, king's house, the castle. So yeah, you collect all these bunnies. Yeah, it's disturbing. I was kind of like, why did I get this one? But it was free. But some people say it's kind of not that bad. I don't know. Just it is what it is. Anyways, that's enough of that. And also, some of the rabbits come back to haunt you, or they come out like demon rabbits. Yeah, it's kind of like a creepy, weird game. This one was free, and this one caught my eye. I didn't know that it was coming free to Steam Deck. It's Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, where you work, you maintain and build and expand your auto shop or whatever or whatnot. You get to develop these cars and make your own car, which if it's old school cars, I'm a big fan of old school cars from back in the days. You know, I used to own a couple of them when I was growing up as a teenager. So yeah, I see an Impala. I thought I saw an Impala. That looks like a Chevelle. Is that what? Can't see. It went too quick. So yeah, you build the engines and things like that. So it looks pretty interesting. And you order parts and go to the junkyard and salvage cars. That looks fun. That to me looks fun. So I've always wanted to rebuild a old car, because I know a little bit of, I don't know that much about auto mechanics. I'm not too savvy, but I used to. I actually wanted to be a mechanic when I was in high school as a profession, believe it or not. So I was really into old school cars and everything. So seeing this looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So definitely look forward to playing that one. The next one was, well, where am I going? Come on. The next one is this one, which is Dino Running from a Furry. This was basically a 2D, 2.5D platformer runner where you just run away from furries. That's just hilarious to me. So it's a runner. It's just an endless runner, but it looked pretty interesting, and it was free. When I showed this one to Logan, he was like, "Oh my god!" He started laughing. So yeah, I want to see if they can show more. See, there you go. So you're just running away from a furry. So it's funny. I don't know. I think it's comical. Yeah, so it's just a runner. Which was this one? The next one. Just Move. This one is this one's a dungeon crawler overhead at action game style arcade game where we're just like destroying hordes of bat. I don't know what it. I forgot the game. Let me see. And this dungeon player can move to approach the enemy. So you kind of shoot automatically from what I believe this is the one. You shoot automatically and you're just trying to get rid of the enemies in the rooms and whatnot. So yeah. Just Move. There's another one. This one is interesting. This one's called Living Battle. This is basically reminds me a lot of oh my goodness, that it's just like game info. Come on, start page. What's that? Why am I drawing so many blanks, guys? I'm just having so much problems remembering and focusing. It's kind of late when I'm doing this. It gives me vibes to Fortnite. Jesus Christ, it took me a long time to remember that. It reminds me a lot of Fortnite mixed with Grand Theft Auto because you can actually use any vehicles and you're trying to get at other soldiers in the map. So it looks pretty interesting. And it actually went for free. So yeah, it is what it is. What's the next one? This one. Overcome your fear. God, I can't. Okay. Oh my goodness. Overcome your fear. Jeez, I can't read I'm blind here. Overcome your fear, caretaker. Oh my goodness. Jeez, guys, I'm blind too. I'm having problems remembering, and I'm blind. Anyway, so you play as Steve Jackson, which is a guy who's taking care of a house. As it says on right there, he's taking care of a house, and inside of the house he uncovers like a lot of mystery surrounding the people of it. So he gets hurled into this situation. I believe there was another game here that I got. No, I don't think it's that one. And it plays like a first-person adventure game. There's another one. No, these are different. Never mind. So I thought it was part of another. There is another series on this one. I want to say maybe this is like the first of the series because it was free. But I've seen more of those. But anyways, this one right here, this is Shadowrun Dragonfall, which is a sequel to Shadowrun. So definitely got this one. This one I did pay for. So it's kind of like a standalone overhead cyberpunk RPG. I love Shadowrun. When I played it on I believe it was a Genesis, that game was fun. So I know I have the original Shadowrun game, and this came on sale as the trilogy. But since I already owned the other one, I got the next two in the series, and they were for a really good price. So yeah. Let's see. Reviews. Those are the reviews. So it's a director's cut. So yeah. And then I got the other one in the series, which is Hong Kong Shadowrun. So I got that one as well. And it has the bonus campaigns, I believe. So yeah. Got that. And then the next one. Okay, these are the two that are connected. So I'm going to do Tours to Unveil. This is, yes, Intrusion. I believe this is the first one of the series. Because this is like a cinematic. Yeah, you play a 50-year-old high school kid who was left alone for the weekend after his parents head out of town. So he has no idea what things would spiral. So this one, I believe, is the first in the series. This is also free. Yeah, so this one is free. And the second one came free, but it was on sale. It was for free. Yeah, the first episode of the series. So it's a first-person adventure game. And then the next one in the series is this one, which is Terrorists to Unveil Day Off. And it's almost the same situation, but this time you're a 26-year-old guy who takes a day off after a long week at work. So he spends his day off at his quiet cottage, so things happen. So yeah, this one's also first-person adventure. And this is the second game in the series. So I don't know, I want to look into these. They said, I read that these are pretty short, but I'm wondering what the other ones are. So this is episode 2. Lost Train. No, this is probably the next one. Episode 3. So yeah, so there's a part 3 coming out. So yeah, pretty interesting. And then finally, I got another Warhammer game. Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War. And this is a, basically, based on the Warhammer universe. This is basically a strategy game. If you see it, come on, play. 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 It's not playing. Play. Play. Are you shy? Play. Play. There you go. So yeah, it's basically a strategy game. I own a couple of these Warhammer games, and I don't know if the other ones are strategy games. I thought the other ones were like 3D action games, but yeah. There it is. This is basically the games that I got for the Steam Deck. So now I'm going to show you the games that I got for the Switch, which are just a couple. They're not that many. Let me just shut this off because I'm running low on battery. So I'm gonna save it. Charge it. I need to charge this guy. Yeah. So now I'm charging it. Now let's do the Switch games. Here we go. And these are basically just a couple that I got. So the first one that I got is Legend of the Dragonflame High School collection. This is basically like River City Ransom. It's like a remake. I don't know. I thought it was like several games in one. It looks like one game only, but it's pretty fun. It's a beat 'em up game. RPG. Next one is The Blind Prophet. This one right here is actually an adventure point and click game. I've had this one on my radar for quite some time, so I decided to buy it because it went on sale. So let me see if I can show you guys. How do I get to the, is it plus? And then let's go to the software. Nintendo eShop. So it gives you guys kind of like an idea what this game is about. So this is it. Oh, so it's kind of like a point and click adventure in the style of a comic. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a point and click adventure. Very interesting. And you solve puzzles. Yep. And then the next one that I got close. Yes, let's close it. Let's get out of here. And then this one right here, Doki Monsters Quest. This is a straight Pokemon ripoff. So it's basically you're in an island that you have like you uncover monsters. So it's a Pokemon clone. This next one is a sequel to Little Strays. Is Little Strays 2, which is a 3D action platformer game about cats. And in this one, you gotta save a couple of kittens in the area. So you go on a quest to save them. And finally, this one, Fantopia Awakening. God, I don't know what this one's about. I forgot. Let me see software information. I want to say this is... No, I don't think this is a Metroidvania. It pretty well might be. So let me see. I know for sure. Oh, no, it's an actual platformer. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like a 2D side scroller RPG adventure game. Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of like a. It looks kind of like a dungeon crawler RPG adventure game. But it looks like twin stick maybe. And you fish. Oh, that's pretty cool. You cook the fish. Nice. Also reminds me of La Mulana a little bit. But La Mulana is actually a Metroidvania. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. And those are the games that I got for the Nintendo Switch. All of these are games I was playing. And Minecraft, of course. Anyways, yeah, those are my digital games of the month. Let me go ahead and show you what I got physically, because physically as far as video games go, I did not get that many. You guys are gonna be like, man, but at the end of the day, you'll see the reason why I didn't get that many. And of course, I'll show you right now. So first things first, the games that I got physically. First one is Square's Tom Sawyer for the Famicom. This one's basically an RPG. I never knew there was an RPG version of Tom Sawyer. I know of the NES game Tom Sawyer. That's like a very old platformer action game that was out, but never knew that Square actually made a game. But then there's controversies on this game of the way it portrays black people. So I'm like, really? But all in all, the game looked interesting at the end of the day, so I wanted to play it. There is a partly translated ROM out there at the moment, or a patch, better like it, and I could play this one on the Retron and patch it and play it in English, or play the ROM. But I really wanted to get this one, so I'll put that one there. The next thing is I bought 2 games that I got on sale, and these games I'm very fond of. This one is going to be hard to play because you need a PlayStation Plus subscription for the PS5. I got Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. This game right here is basically... I love the movie Killer Clowns. My friend actually told me about this one the other day when I got it. And it's going on sale at Amazon right now as of the making of this video. I don't know if it already went off sale. But he told me about this game. And I'm collecting a bunch of horror-inspired movie horror games. I'm trying to get as many as I can. I love horror movies, you know. So I'm trying to get them. And when he told me about Killer Clowns, but then I noticed that it's a PlayStation Plus required for online multi-game. Otherwise, it's a game that's going to be dead. So once the servers are gone, there's not going to be a way to play this game. But for some reason, I gravitated to get it because you also get DLC and you get a poster and you get things. But because I love the movie so much, I decided to get the game anyways. So definitely want to put it in my horror movie game collection. And then one final one that I noticed while buying for the PS5 is called the Plucky Squire for the PS5. This one is a very unique game because it has a combination of Zelda-style gameplay as well as 2.5D platforming. and it's based on a storybook. So they open up the pages and you play the level in a storybook. So it's very interesting and definitely caught my attention. I've never heard this game until I was seeking through that game that I found this one as being on sale. So definitely went and picked this one up. I would suggest this one. Give it a shot. I heard of reviews afterwards that it's a pretty fun game. So I'll put that one there. And those are all my physical games that I got for the month of May 2025. Now, I did buy a couple of things. First of all, let me do an honorable mention because in April, I forgot to mention that I got this Funko Pop. And it's the Fairly Odd Parents Wanda Funko Pop. And I really like the cartoon, so I picked it up. I wish I could have found Timmy. So I wanted to get Timmy and Cosmo. That would have been cool. So I definitely, if I find these, I'm going to get them all. And as you guys know, with Funko Pops, I really don't gravitate on getting that many. Especially, first of all, because I don't have space with all the stuff that I got up there. If I show you really quick, you guys see my collection of things I got. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. So if you guys see, I know we have a mess right there. But all in all, this is the stuff that you'll see on the top of my collection right here. So yeah. So definitely don't have a lot of room. So yeah, so that one I'll put there. And then finally, the reason why I didn't get a lot of games this month is because I used my money to get 2 consoles. First one I got an Ambernick RG300X. I was out hunting for a Zelda Game & Watch, and it was going on sale at AliExpress, when all of a sudden this popped up in my feed, and I collect these Ambernick consoles, or these type of consoles, and I love it. I really, really love it. The only unfortunate thing about this one is that it's shiny. It's beautiful. I love the style. I've already taken it to work, and I've had a lot of fun playing with it. Plays really well. The buttons are really good. So it's really good. Now, the only thing that I didn't like was, as you can see, this is an HDMI output. In the original firmware, you can plug this to the TV and get it. But unfortunately, if you vamp up the firmware, the best one for this particular console is something called Atom. It makes it so clean to sort out your games and whatnot. But the thing is, because it runs on Dingus or whatever, what's it called? It's called I know I said it wrong. Open Dingus or whatever, Dignus. I know I'm saying it wrong. Open Dignux, Dingux. Atom is the best one that runs in these particular model of firmware, and of course this was on my favorites. So I'll show you guys. See, SNES, PlayStation. So it plays those. Console, handheld. So if you go to handheld, Game Boy Color, yeah. So it does all that. Game Boy Advance. Okay, I only got a couple because my memory card wasn't that big, just to test it out. And yeah, and it actually works. It runs on it runs on, oh my god. Sorry, it runs on RetroArch. Jesus Christ, I can't think. It plays Sega CD games really well. It plays up to PlayStation. I played a couple of games and it started stuttering a little bit, but I found workarounds and it works okay. But I mean, I only wanted to play retro games. If I go to my favorites right here, I have all my favorites for different consoles. So I have them here. So yeah, it's an actual fun little console. It's replacing my other console that I have, my little tiny one. Oh my goodness, let me see. Hold on one second. It's replacing my Mii Mini. I'm sorry guys, it's late at night. I'm recording this very late right now, and my brain is just not out there to remember. I'm having a hard time remembering things. So definitely this one was one of the consoles. I got it for rather cheap. It went on sale, so I'll put that one on top of, well, I'll put it here. But the creme de la crop, when looking for another console, I said, is there anything, because I have a lot of Ambernick consoles, and a couple, not a lot, but a lot of models that mimic the Ambernick. And I'm still saying that I need to make a video on these, that which I will. But I wanted to find another console that kind of rivaled the Ambernick, the one of the latest models that will rival it. And I decided to get a Retroid Pocket 5. Of course, when I bought it, after I bought it, I discovered there's a Retroid Pocket 6 that just came out. There's not much, from what I read, there's not much of a big thing. It's a little bit stronger. And these have, I think they say that they have the Dragon chip, which run better than the ones like the latest, some of the latest Ambernick models. So I decided to get that. And not only that, this is a Android-based console. I think they're all Android, but this one runs on Android. And so, yes, and it's beautiful. I love this. I've been having so much fun with this console. I actually just recorded gameplay footage of one of the videos that I'm going to be releasing soon. Modding it wasn't that bad. Luckily I had a 250 gigabyte chip, gigabyte SD card, and I would recommend, if you pick up one of these consoles, you get something that big. But it has all of this. Not only that, since my kids love playing with Roblox, I was playing it as of the making of this video. In the evening, I was playing it with my son, with Logan, and I finally have a handheld console to play Roblox with them, because I was playing it on my phone, and I hate doing the touchscreen thing, although this is a touchscreen. But it you can download a front end style thing like ESDE to get the collection of the games. But of course, certain games like GameCube, PS2, you have to get the individual emulators, which are available. There's guides out there that allow you to do this really easy, and man, I'm loving it. Especially playing, right now I'm playing a PS2 game on here that I'm probably gonna make a video of a game that I have many years I've been trying to play, but it's a very hard game. But I'm playing it here, and of course, you see all the game collections. Very cool. So PSP, and this plays PSP really good. If it plays the the GameCube and the PS2 really well, it plays it really good. You can play Xbox, but I'm having trouble emulating the original Xbox in there, and it will play it. So yeah, it plays all these consoles, Really, really fun console. I'm enjoying it so much. And actually scraping the images, although you have only for the free account to scrape the images as like the box arts and everything, it takes a while, which is what I'm doing so far. I've only had it for about a week as of the making of this video. A week or two. I've had it for 2 weeks actually. And definitely having a lot of fun with it. So yes, these are all my items that I got for the month of May 2026. I was going to say 25. Definitely happy with what I got. This is basically it. There was a console that I bought prior to this one that started buying these handheld consoles again. It was a Neocade Game Boy Pocket. Guys, don't get it. Don't get it, because apparently it allows you to play Game Boy Advance games on it. However, you can also have an SD card and play the games. I had so much of a hard time getting to play the ROMs that eventually I was giving up. I was going to say, okay, I'll eat my losses. But then something happened to the console where I was pressing the power button and it broke off. Kind of what happened to my Miu Mini. The power button on it broke off. But unlike the Miu Mini, there's ways to turn it on. that one just, I couldn't turn it on. So I returned it, got my money back, and that's when I got this one. And then I bought that one. I bought the Retro Pocket 5. But definitely, this is it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe to Lily, a Simple Mom, Logan from Logan's Toy Box Review, and Alexis, aka Lexi from Lexi's Toy Box Review. Their links will be in the description down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys take care. Peace out.